In a city so rich with old Western history, it seems only fitting that a city marshal now roams the streets.
Because it's very historic, so in a sense you want to keep it more Western.
The city of San Elizario just launched its first marshal's office. Until now, residents had to rely on outside agencies like the Texas Department of Public Safety and the El Paso County Sheriff's Office.
I got hired a year ago, and basically it was a lot of work, getting licensed with the state.
City Marshal Roberto Hernandez tells me he had to build the agency from the ground up. Now all the hard work is finally paying off. Hernandez and a deputy work with the sheriff's office to take incoming calls.
And for us being here, in the city, being so close by, we're able to cut our response time.
For the nearly 4-year-old city, it's a big milestone. And as the city keeps growing, people tell me they feel safer knowing there will be more people keeping an eye out for their safety.
Oh, it's great. It's, any law enforcement is an improvement, and it makes people feel safer and stuff. So, yeah, it's, we welcome them to San Elizario.
But I think it's very positive for us. I think it's a step in the right direction, and I think we're going the right way here in the city.
From our exclusive Eastside Bureau, Adria Erejita, KFOX 14, News at 9.
Yes, sir.
Yes, is this Chief Hernandez again?
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry to bother you again. I just had another quick question, and I'll let you go. Who's in charge of the San Eli Marshal Office? I don't know exactly how you say it, Marshal Agency or whatever the title is, but who's in charge of the Facebook page?
We are, sir.
No, I understand that, but is there any particular officer who administers it, or?
I administer it, sir.
Okay. Well, I just wanted to ask, is there any, policies you have against on the visitor posts? If someone tries to post something, do you guys try to delete certain things, or do you allow anybody to post whatever?
We remove any argumentative or anything negative that like making fun of people and stuff like that to stir up. It's supposed to be positive.
Okay, now what if I have something negative to say about law enforcement?
Well, it would be removed, sir, because everybody's entitled to their opinion, but it says there that anybody that posts anything derogatory and that's going to be it says there that it will be removed.
Okay, now,
sir, let me ask you something, sir.
Sure.
What's your main? I believe you have a goal or a main purpose of trying to figure out what's going on. If you have a concern, come on in so we can sit down and talk about it. Because we're not going to be doing this over the phone.
Well, I don't see why the phone would be inappropriate for this conversation. Why would that be?
Well, because if you have concerns, we can talk about it in person.
Well, I actually prefer to use the phone because I don't actually live in San Eli, and I just wanted to... Yeah, and I just wanted to ask just a couple questions about the Facebook page and its policies, that's all.
Okay, well, like I said, sir, it's posted there. Anything that's going to be negative, it's going to be removed. And it says there specifically, okay, and that's...
Well, I'm sure it does specifically...
Okay.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Sir? Any other questions? I just answered your question.
Well, I do have another question, and that is that what falls into your criteria of negative if I post something that criticizes the government or law enforcement or both?
Sir, if you have any concern, then you can bring it up to Facebook. Every Facebook account, every Facebook account is private and can be used the way we monitor it. And we allow things to be put on there, and we can remove things that we feel that we want it to be removed.
I understand.
Do you understand what I'm saying? So, like, in case you had a Facebook, you are entitled to remove anybody's comment or allow anybody's comment. That's your account. Does that make sense?
Yes, but it does make sense, except for the fact that I'm a private individual and your Facebook page is of a government agency.
It's still a private group, sir, and it's open to our government entity. And like I said, if you have a real concern, we can sit down and talk about it. and discuss it a little bit more. You know what I mean?
Okay, and I would like to do that. Would you mind if during that conversation, if I could audio and video record?
No, sir. If it's too like I said, if it's too like, you know, coming in a negative spot, sir, then there's no point. Yeah.
Well, no, I'm not necessarily trying to find negative things. I just want to know the rules and regulations that you have in advance before I put something on there so that I don't cause problems.
Okay. You know what, sir? I already answered your question. You have a good day, okay?
Well, but I have one more thing to say, sir.
Sir, like I said, have a good day.
But, Chief, can I mention something else?
Sir, you
Hello?
have a good day, okay?
Can I tell you? Hello?
Hi, I'm Craig, and this is Crash Course Government and Politics, and today we're going to finish up our discussion of the First Amendment, finally, by talking about everybody's favorite, the press. The First Amendment is pretty clear that Congress can't make any laws abridging the freedom of the press, and since you understand the basics of free speech, because you were paying attention, the reasons for this should make a lot of sense. But as with any discussion of the First Amendment, things aren't as straightforward as we might think, and the freedom of the press, just like the freedom of speech, is not absolute. The main thing to know about the First Amendment and the press is that it prevents the government from censoring the press. For the most part, this means preventing the press from publishing some information in the first place, although it can also mean punishing a news agency after they publish something. Let's deal with pre-publication freedom of the press first. Let's go to the thought bubble. Censorship of the press before a story is published in print, broadcast, on television, radio, or the internet is called prior restraint, and the Supreme Court ruled that it was not allowed in a case called Neer versus Minnesota. In that case, a newspaper called the Saturday Press was going to publish a story that the city of Minneapolis was under the secret control of a cadre of Jewish gangsters, in particular the mayor and chief of police. City officials obtained an injunction to stop the publication of the story, and they gave the Saturday Press editors the opportunity to go before a judge to prove that the story was true. I'll get to this question of truth in a minute. The judge ordered the injunction and said that if the newspaper violated it, they would be punished for contempt of court. Instead, the newspaper countersued, claiming that Minneapolis and Minnesota were violating their freedom of the press. The Supreme Court agreed that no government was allowed to censor the press because a free press is essential for the political system to work. They based their decision on a lot of history, including Blackstone, the British legal authority, which explained, "The liberty of the press is indeed essential to the nature of a free state, but this consists in laying no previous restraints upon publications, and not in freedom from censure from criminal matter when published." And they also relied on an important American authority on the Constitution, James Madison. Heard of him? Who derived a lot of his constitutional expertise from the fact that he wrote the thing. He said, "This security of the freedom of the press requires that it should be exempt not only from previous restraint by the executive as in Great Britain, but from legislative restraint also. Citizens need a free press to be able to criticize the government and to expose government wrongdoing, because otherwise the government can get away with all sorts of things that we don't want it to, like say spying on us and reading our email and reading our spies' email. Of course, even with a free press, the government can do this, and what constitutes the press in the age of the internet is a debatable question. WikiLeaks, anyone? But the basic proposition that the press must be able to protect us against an overreaching government still stands." Thanks, Thought Bubble. There's another reason why the court put the kibosh on prior restraint, and that's because if a newspaper prints something that is untrue about the government, or more practically about a government official, there's a remedy for this. The person or agency about whom the untrue thing was said or written and published can sue the publisher for libel, and if he proves his case, can get monetary damages. This is supposed to prevent newspapers from flat out lying about public officials. But libel suits can cause another problem in that they can basically end up being after-the-fact censorship. If a newspaper is so afraid of a libel suit that it decides not to publish a story, then it effectively censors itself. Sometimes courts call this a chilling effect, and it applies to speech that people are afraid to make because of potential lawsuit or other punishment, as well as articles and news stories that go unpublished out of fear of potential punishment.
Good morning.
Did you call for us or?
No, I was actually just mentioning you guys' names, and then I guess they kind of jumped the gun and thought I was trying to call you. I wasn't trying to call anybody.
Oh, okay. I thought you just wanted. Oh, okay. All right, sir.
Yeah.
You have a good day.
Are you Chief Hernandez?
Yes, sir.
Which one of you are?
Me.
Oh, so I spoke to you on the phone yesterday?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay.
You have a good day, sir.
Good to meet you.
Yes, sir. Nice. Likewise.
Just one question about your Facebook page yesterday.
Okay. Yes,
I posted 2 videos, and then I got on the phone with you, and it seemed like you weren't pleased with whatever I posted or whatever I was suggesting to post.
Okay, like I explained to you, sir, right there's the guidelines on our Facebook page.
Sure.
And it would answer your question. Okay?
Well, it doesn't answer my question. I tried asking you more questions before you hung up.
Okay,
And
sir.
so that's why I'm here
like
today.
like I said, sir, we're not going to talk about it. You're going to be recording.
We're not going to be talking about it. I think this is a perfect place to talk about it.
Do you have an emergency, sir?
No, I have something I wanted to discuss with you as a public official.
I already spoke to you over the phone about it. You didn't like my answer?
Well, no, you hung up before I could ask you some more questions.
I answered your question. I'm not going to argue.
I'm sorry, so you did not answer my question.
All right. Like I said to you, sir, I answered your question. I'm not going to argue with
But you did not.
Yes, I did.
No, sir, you did not. I didn't even get to finish my question.
We're not going to twist this up.
That's exactly what we are going to do. And I'm going to be coming here more often and videotaping inside your city hall in response to,
Andre,
to
we're
what you
not
did.
intimidated by you at all. You
I'm
do
not
whatever-
intimidated by
listen,
you either.
The Facebook, the City of San Elizario Marshal's Office Facebook, we can control what's posted on there, plain and simple.
Yeah.
You don't control that whatsoever.
I'm not saying
we're not
I do.
intimidated by the Facebook.
And I'm not
Live
trying
or
to
anything.
intimidate.
You are trying to intimidate.
That is not, no,
We're not
sir.
intimidated.
You know
do
what?
you
Don't
have to
put
do,
words in my
okay?
mouth because I'm not
You
trying
do what
to.
you have to do, okay? Plain and simple.
All right.
If you post something that we don't consider to be part of our guidelines, it's
Sure.
going to get deleted. Plain and simple.
And that is my question
Okay.
because I'm not looking for a fight. My question is, what about what I posted violates your guidelines? That's my question.
You made fun of somebody because of the video and you called them derogatory word.
Who? What are you talking about? Who did I make fun of?
Listen, Andre.
Yes.
We're not going to continue doing this, bro. Okay.
But
Do
we
you
haven't
have-
even
listen,
started.
Andre,
We haven't even
listen. We're not going to start anything further. What other questions do you have for us, man?
Well, first of all, my first question is, what type of person do you think I am? What do you
Andre,
think I'm?
we don't know you, so we
I
can't
know,
sit here and
so-
say what type of person you are. We don't care what type of person you are. That doesn't mean anything to us. Plain
Okay.
and simple.
All right.
Okay. We're not here to sit here and judge you or whatnot. Plain and simple. You posted some stuff on the Facebook page yesterday. We deleted it. End of story.
Well, actually, in addition, I noticed that you took off the entire access to visitor posts. It seemed like for everybody, not just for me. So it just seemed like in response to what I posted, the two.
We didn't do it.
You did not? Because I noticed that immediately after I had made those 2 posts, that all the access to try to make additional.
Like I said,
Yeah.
there's guidelines on there that are we already warned people that you can't post certain things.
Okay.
And they're removed. Again, it has nothing to do with you, sir.
Right.
Okay. I don't know you. We don't know you.
No, I don't even think that you guys are out to get me. What I'm saying is that see, when what this gets all down to is this has nothing to do with guns and badges and cops and robbers.
I
This is
understand.
about the First Amendment and free press. Is that if a government agency starts a Facebook page,
Okay.
it gets all legal. It deals with the First Amendment. Is that anybody should have the right as a public forum, because even though it's digital, it's computer. It's just like walking into City Hall.
Look,
Yeah.
you're gonna have access to still go in there as long as you don't post the comments that derogatory or anything making fun of people and stuff like that.
Okay, and that's what I'm getting real confused about because I think you're mixing me up with somebody else. What derogatory comments about who? What are you talking? I didn't make any insults about nobody.
Listen, Andre.
Yeah.
Whatever was deleted, we deleted it. I
Okay.
didn't screenshot anything. Maybe I should have.
Right.
But listen, the things that you posted on there, we're not allowing it. Our page is not to stir up things. It's not for whatever mission that you have.
Okay.
I've looked at your Facebook posts on your Facebook. You
Sure.
obviously have a mission.
Yeah.
Whatever. Okay. That whatever you choose to do on your Facebook page,
Right.
that's on you.
Right.
But you're not going to bring it to our page and start rattling up people.
Okay.
So that's where we're going to leave it at.
Well, now this whole thing about rattling up people. I'm not trying to start riots and rattle up.
That's what I'm saying. What you posted was that.
Okay. Now.
Okay. So, but you still can see the Facebook. You still can comment. It's fine. We have nothing against that.
Actually, I disagree, sir. Is that now it seems as if when I went to not the city Facebook page, but the police, the Marshal Facebook page, that those accesses to make comments and posts is now removed.
Yes, I reduced yours. I'm allowed to reduce yours.
Ah, so you
Yes,
did
sir.
it just okay. Now
Yes.
that right there is called a chilling effect.
Okay.
And prior restraint.
Okay.
Now they dealt with that in the 1920s. It's a First Amendment issue. Okay.
Listen,
I know you think that's ridiculous, but it is the law.
No.
It's fine. Listen, it's on the Facebook page. It gives me the rights to ban you. If I ban you, plain and simple, you're banned.
I understand.
Okay.
But now, what I'm looking for is due process. I want an explanation from the government why you took that action.
Okay, well, like I said, you have every right to go speak with the city and address those issues with them.
Okay.
Do you have any
Thank
other
you for your
questions
service.
for us?
No, thank you for your time, okay?
Have a good day, okay?
All right. Marshals,
What's that, man?
do you guys happen to have cards?
I'm sorry?
You guys have cards with badge numbers?
Let me see if we can get you something.
Okay. Yeah.
Is it just being on video, Deputy Cameron, badge number 8419, is that good enough? Or you actually want it written down?
I would prefer a card, but I guess, yeah.
You want to come on in here?
Sure.
Nancy, you got a pen or a paper?
Yes, sir, I do. El assume name del condado. Es cuando registró su negocio. Le dan, déjeme traerle una. Sí, pero necesito la copia. Déjeme.
To the building?
No.
Napkin dispensary. That's it.
Okay,
Don't scare me like that.
es mi libro.
Thank you. And so, but you are not the chief. That other man is the chief.
He's that chief.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Marshal.
Necesito my card. Mire, este es el assume name del condado. ¿Cuál es su licencia que está?
Actually, somebody found my card. But it's all the same information, and his name is going to be...
Mándemelo a mí.
Do you want me to give you this back? Maybe you could write here, or?
Pero voy a necesitar. Sí, fuimos a es que sacamos el permiso. Ok. Por ello,
Me and him have the same office, so all the information is the same. That's my name, and then that's his name.
Thank you, officer.
Okay?
Yep.
Have a good day.
You too. Deputy, are you on your lunch break?
Yes, sir.
Oh.
What do you need, man?
What time do you get off lunch?
What's that?
What time do you get off lunch?
What do you need to know that?
Well, I wanted to discuss something, but I don't want to bother you during your lunch break.
What's up, man? What do you need?
Well,
Talk to me. What's up? What do you need?
okay, I mean, I'm not trying to piss you off. I just want to talk to you.
I'm not pissed off. That's what I'm saying. Just what's up? What do you need?
Okay, well, I'd like to file a complaint
Complain on what?
on something that you did.
Something I did? Well, then I wouldn't be the one you want to file the complaint with. You want to speak to my chief. Don't you? You got his information. Just leave him a voicemail on the phone and make your complaint, okay?
Do you have a complaint form?
If he has one, he'll give it all to you, okay? Whenever you see him, because he's going to drive past here again in a little bit, okay? And you can talk to him, because I'm sure if the complaint's about me, you don't want to file it with me, right?
Well, I don't mind doing that. I mean, it's not like some sort of hostile complaint. It's just a
complaint about
the complaint is about prior restraint and the fact that you arbitrarily removed my post from the official Marshall Facebook page.
Okay, yeah. You might want to wait on him, okay?
Okay, I can handwrite it. It's just a normal piece of paper. But if you have a form, I'd like to fill out.
Red Dog, I'll call him. Okay, understand something. We're not gonna sit here and do this all day and entertain your stuff. Okay.
See, and that's
no. That's where it's left at, and that's it.
no, but that's not fair.
I'm gonna call him over here. He's gonna handle it with you, but we're not gonna keep doing this all day. We got other things to do than to keep entertaining your crap. Okay. So take
First
it
of
somewhere
all, this is not crap.
It is crap.
And it's not entertainment.
It is.
And I am not trying to cause problems. I am trying to do something that is important to me and is exercising rights that I have and that other people have.
Okay.
So this is not crap and this is not entertainment. I'm not trying to just. I know that's how you feel,
Okay.
but by putting on that uniform, you have.
Justin, what do you want to do? You give him a piece of paper so he can fill out whatever it is that he wants to do. You come on in here, man.
All right.
Close the door. There, come on over here, man.
All right. I'll just use this chair. Thank you.
Here. Didn't you create a complaint form before? Where's it at? Okay, let me call mine. Let me call mine. I'll talk to you later. Let me call you back. Where? Here?
Go ahead, do your thing. Like a glass of water?
I'd appreciate it. Thank you.
A Coke, or would you like just water?
I'm trying to stay away from sugar. Just water, please.
I hear you.
Yeah. Thank you, Marshal.
Easy?
People can register their vehicles here?
No, actually, those are confiscated, sir. They're fake.
Oh, wow. I heard about the fake temporary tags on people's cars. I didn't know those are fake too.
Yeah, man. Let me show you one that. Can you tell? They cut it out and they put it on there.
Yeah, I would have never noticed.
Yeah,
You're a detective.
I mean, we notice it when we come up to it, you know, and we're just like, hey, it looks weird, stuff like that.
Don't you have a barcode scanner that would show that it's fake though?
Yeah, well, we scan it. Well, this one you can tell up close, right?
Yeah.
But when we scan it, obviously it's gonna give you the updated.
Right.
So it's,
Huh. I think that's like tampering with a government document, huh?
yes, sir. Is that you done? Were you gonna still review it and stuff like that?
I want to turn it in, but my only request is if I get a photocopy.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. This is my complaint.
Or do you want me to make a copy?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay.
Yep. I don't know if you're busy now, if you want to read it and discuss it now, if you want me to come another time or whatever, but.
Well, we have our city administrator handles that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
But this is a complaint against the marshal's office.
yes, that's why. Because it's just both of us.
Okay.
We don't have the personnel, so it'd be better if some third person do it. Does that make sense?
I mean, I'm not going to tell you guys how to do whatever procedures.
That's the procedures we do.
Sure.
Yeah, because we're not a big agency. We don't have that certain type of, I guess, personnel that does it. So we have them do it for us.
However you guys do it. Yeah.
Here's your copy, sir. So they'll contact you. You left all your information, so they'll contact you as soon as they take care of it. And then I know that you already requested your public records request. So they'll once they gather all that information for you, they'll go and contact you.
Okay.
By law, you know, we have that 10 day. We have 10 days to reach out back to you, and they'll send you that. So they'll contact you.
Well, that's two separate issues.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm letting you know about the
Open records
request and then this too.
Okay.
Okay.
But actually, not to muddy the waters, this.
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
Muddy the waters?
Muddy the water. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't understand what you said.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. That's the phrase where I grew up. But anyway, I don't know what your complaint procedures are. You know, running this office as the marshal, I know that it's going to be submitted to whoever at the city office, but maybe there's actually, since I'm sitting here right now, do you have a policy I could get that's in writing regarding your complaint process?
They handle all that, sir.
Okay.
I would be stepping over our policies.
Okay.
Because that's what they handle it. Our city admin.
All right.
They are the ones that issue all that. So I'd be violating if I gave you anything.
Okay.
Does
Well,
that
I'm
make
not.
sense?
Yes, sir.
It has to go through the proper channels. I'm gonna do what I'm following.
Okay. Well, thank you, Marshal.
No, yes, sir. You have a good day. Okay.
Nice meeting you. Oh, man. Andre. Nice meeting you. Have a good day, guys.